The village's most famous man bun owner has made his way back to Emmerdale as Kev Townsend returns once again. He arrives with his cake-making venture still going strong and a knack for stirring up trouble, having been drawn back after his son Lewis was abducted because of his actions. At first, Kev showed little urgency to help. The kidnapper demanded a valuable diamond that Kev possessed, but he was unwilling to hand it over despite threats being made against Lewis. Ross eventually stepped in and pressured Kev into rescuing the young man. As a result, many villagers are far from delighted by his comeback. However, one person is thrilled to see him again, Claudette. She gladly offers him a place to stay, and during a conversation with her and Charles, Kev finally reveals that Lewis is actually his son. Once that revelation settles in, Kev delivers more disappointing news. He explains that he does not intend to remain in the village because Lewis wants nothing to do with him. Claudette is heartbroken, though she understands why Lewis still harbors resentment over everything that happened. Determined to change his mind, Claudette encourages Kev to stand up for his family and consider building a future in the village. Meanwhile, Robert is among those unhappy about Kev's return, although he is relieved that their divorce process can now move forward. Kev assures him that he will get things underway, but future complications could arise if Robert places too much trust in that promise. Despite his return being relatively low-key, trouble is already brewing. An unexpected rival is about to emerge, and Kev has no idea what is coming. A simple action soon sparks outrage when he uses water from the Café toilets to clean his trailer. What seems minor to him is viewed as a serious offense by one local resident. The incident infuriates Nicola, who sees it as blatant theft of her water supply. In her eyes, the act is completely unacceptable, and she quickly vows to make sure Kev is driven out of the village once and for all. With a powerful new enemy determined to get rid of him, how will Kev cope with the latest challenge thrown his way? Emmerdale spoilers for next week reveal Charity taking a bold stand against Todd. Charity Dingle's difficult ordeal continues in the coming episodes, following the horrifying sexual assault she suffered at the hands of Dr. Todd. Although she takes a courageous step by reporting Todd's blackmail to the authorities, Charity is left discouraged when the police response fails to meet her expectations. Mackenzie remains devoted to supporting his struggling wife, but it is Serena who eventually manages to break through to her. The question remains whether Charity will continue pursuing justice. Elsewhere, Kev Townsend's return brings a positive development for Robert Sugden, but Nicola King is far from happy to see him back. Determined to drive him out of the village for good, Nicola begins plotting her next move, though just how far she will go remains unclear. Meanwhile, Kane Dingle becomes suspicious after discovering a connection between Graham Foster and his son Kyle. Eager for answers, he starts investigating the situation himself, unaware of what he might uncover. Another major storyline unfolds when a shocking and bloody crime shakes the village. Police quickly descend on the scene, sparking questions over who has been harmed and who could be responsible. With the schedule changing once again, viewers can expect a dramatic week ahead in the Dales. Claudette Anderson is delighted by Kev's return and offers him somewhere to stay. During their conversations, Kev admits that Lewis Barton is his son, but explains that Lewis wants nothing to do with him. Refusing to accept defeat, Claudette urges him to fight for a relationship with his son, insisting that he deserves the chance to have a family. At the same time, Charity informs D.S. Reed that Todd had been blackmailing her before the assault took place. She is devastated when she learns that the blackmail allegations will be investigated separately, leaving her feeling even more guilty for failing to protect Sarah Sugden. Mackenzie becomes increasingly concerned when Charity insists on attending baby Layla's christening, despite her emotional struggles. Elsewhere, Sarah becomes suspicious after Serena accidentally reveals that she knows a great deal about John Sugden. However, Sarah sets aside her concerns when she discovers Serena has been sleeping in her car and kindly offers her a place to stay. Serena later succeeds in lifting Charity's spirits, encouraging her to continue seeking justice against Todd. A flash-forward scene then teases a major mystery as viewers see a blood-covered hand lying motionless at a crime scene. As police carefully investigate the area, a camera flash briefly reveals the identity of the victim. Meanwhile, Kev gives Robert a reason to celebrate when he suggests finally moving ahead with their divorce. However, he soon lands himself in trouble with Nicola after using the Café toilets to fill a bucket of water for cleaning his trailer, a move that leaves her furious. Kane's worries deepen when Lydia tells him that Kyle has Graham's watch. After confronting Graham, he learns that Kyle was responsible for the fires at Emmerdale farm. Hurt that his son chose to confide in Graham rather than him, Kane decides to confront Kyle directly. As events unfold, Charity and Mackenzie receive another shock when police officers arrive unexpectedly, wanting to question Mackenzie. Elsewhere, Kev becomes frustrated when he cannot figure out where he recognizes Serena from, while Nicola grows increasingly determined to remove him from the village once and for all. Emmerdale fans convinced they've uncovered a major clue about Charity's future. Emmerdale viewers believe they have spotted a hint that reveals what lies ahead for Charity Dingle, as she prepares to reveal a life-changing secret. The fan-favourite character is close to admitting the truth about her shocking baby deception, a revelation that could seriously threaten her marriage to Mackenzie Boyd. During Tuesday's episode of the ITV soap, Charity suddenly disappeared, prompting a worried Mackenzie to contact the police after failing to track her down. While spending time alone by a lake, Charity encountered a woman who viewers know as Serena Sugden, though Charity has yet to learn her identity. In an emotional conversation, she opened up about her hidden baby secret and the traumatic sexual assault she suffered at the hands of Dr. Todd. Serena's advice appeared to have a powerful impact, leading Charity to return home, determined to speak with her husband. Her family were relieved when she arrived back safely, but she quickly asked everyone to leave so she could have a private conversation with Mackenzie following the dramatic events of the day. Many viewers are now wondering whether Charity is finally ready to tell her husband the full truth and exactly what she plans to confess. Fans will remember that Charity agreed to act as a surrogate for her granddaughter, Sarah Sugden, and Sarah's husband, Jacob. However, after sleeping with Ross Barton, Charity became pregnant herself and later gave birth to a baby girl named Layla. Sarah and Jacob are currently raising the child, believing she is biologically theirs. Adding to her distress, Charity has also been pretending to suffer from postnatal depression in an attempt to conceal the emotional trauma caused by Dr. Todd's assault. Although she reported the attack to the police, insufficient evidence meant that Todd was able to leave the village without facing any consequences. Despite the possibility that Charity's confession could destroy her relationship with Mackenzie, some fans are convinced the couple will survive the turmoil. The theory gained momentum after Lawrence Robb shared a Facebook photo featuring himself and co-star Emma Atkins, referring to her as his on-screen wife. In the image, the pair are dressed smartly and posing together inside a courtroom while smiling for the camera. Alongside the photo, Lawrence wrote, "TB to a courtroom date with on-screen wifey, had castmates love." Even though he made it clear that the picture was a throwback, some viewers believe it could be an accidental spoiler, suggesting that Charity and Mackenzie remain together. One fan responded by asking, "Mackenzie, is this a spoiler alert?" Emmerdale airs on weeknights at 8 p.m. on ITV1 and streams on ITVX.